Hi, you guys. Happy Tuesday. So, yes, I know it's Tuesday, but it's Tuesday, right? February 22nd, 2022. Who'd ever thought we would get here? And it's 2 o'clock and it's time for Teach Me Tuesday. So, I'm glad that you're watching today. I'm super excited. I have been thinking about this forever because I've been like, what can I do on Tuesday? And so I came up with something, and you're going to be like, oh, Emmy, I already know all about this, but stay with me. Hopefully, you'll see something that you've never seen before, and that maybe you'll catch a little tip here or there. It's basic stamping, and it's something that Stampin' Up! Is known for. So it's called two-step stamping. So, right, it's Tuesday, and we're going to do two-step stamping. So, it's okay. It's all right. Just bear with me. I was looking through the catalog to see what we could do for two-step stamping, and I think I came up with the perfect thing. So notice my beautiful flowers here, my tulips, right? Tulips. We're going with that same two tulips. And so let me take you down to my desk. There is a beautiful stamp set in the catalog called Flowering Tulips. It's on page 16 of the January through June mini catalog, as we like to call it, the occasions catalog, but the mini catalog, January through June catalog, and it's called Flowering Tulips, and it is a two-step stamp. So I'm super excited to show you some tips on using two-step stamping, or to doing two-step stamping. So first thing I did was I pulled out my, I always keep my little stack of basic white 3 3/4 by 5, and then I keep a stack of 4 by 5 1/4. So I just pulled out a piece of paper just to start doing some two-step stamping. And then I'm going to bring in the tulips. So I've got these tulips here, and they kind of look funny, and I decided to kind of mimic my tulips here. Well, they're out of camera now. Let me bring them in. So to mimic my tulips here, I kind of wanted to do something in pink and a pale pink. Now these are white, so that would be hard to mimic. So I decided to go with Magenta Madness and Flirty Flamingo. My first tip is to get your stamps kind of lined up, so you know what's going to go with what. So these two go together and these two go together. And I am going to give you the best tip ever. Start with your darkest color first. So even though my dark is going to be my highlight, I'm going to start with my darkest color first. And in this case, it's Magenta Madness. And I'm going to stamp my Magenta Madness right over here. Okay, so that's actually my second. That would actually be my second stamp. And then I'm going to stamp over it, two-step stamping, with my Flirty Flamingo to kind of mimic that white. So what's nice about it, if you go with the dark first, you can see right where you need to line up. So it doesn't take much to figure out that this is lined up now. And I can go ahead and do my stamping right there. So there's my two-step stamp. It kind of gives you the white. Then I'm going to go and do the same thing with this other one, and I want it to be down here. And I'm going to use my Flirty Flamingo to fill in. So it's kind of a heart shape, and it fills in right here on this. Hopefully I don't have my head in the way. Right here, you can see it. So that gives you the color there. And then moving those out of the way, I'm going to bring in my center of my flower. And I love the nice black. Now, one is not enough. As far as I'm concerned, you need a lot. I'm going to stop there. I like that. So that's 3. And that gives it that nice black center. And then we're going to kind of focus on that black a little bit when we finish up the card. So let's bring in some soft succulent and some evening evergreen to finish up our card. The nice thing you have to remember, the nice thing about using the photopolymer is that a stamp like this can be manipulated. So on our clear block, if we want to make the stem go this way, we can pat it out and make it go just like that. If we want the stem to go the traditional way, we could lay it down. It can go, we can lay it so it goes like that. We can lay it so it goes straight. it's really nice so that it can be manipulated. So I'm just going to lay my stamp down straight, and using my, I'm going to have this flower here be in the background, okay? So I'm going to stamp it first, just like this. It's going to go off a little bit in the soft succulent, and I'm going to do my leaves while I've got it out. Let's see. I think I'm going to do this, and I'm going to bring in my scrap paper. I want to stamp that off a little. Okay, and I'm going to bring this one in here because I'm going to have this be kind of behind. You'll see here in a second. And then I'm going to go ahead and stamp this one. Stamp it off. And I want it to go over here. Okay. And then we're just going to build. So this one, I can leave it the same. See, oh, I got it upside down. I'm going to change it a little bit. So I'm going to clean it off just so I don't get too much ink on my fingers. I'm going to make sure I'm on camera. I'm going to change it just a little. Let's see. Yeah, I like that, except I have a little wiggle in it. Okay, and then I'm going to change to a darker color, and that's going to be in the forefront. So I'm going to use Evening Evergreen, and I'm going to stamp my stem in Evening Evergreen. Okay, and then I'm going to come back in with my leaves. I'm going to stamp those straight. I want one leaf to be right here where we've got a little bit of a void. And this one, let's see. Okay, I'm going to do it like this. You could do these either way. We're going to, I've already got that leaf there, so yeah, let's move this one. I'm trying to decide. Yeah, let's move this one up. Okay, so we're going to have that leaf go up and this one go behind. Then there's this really weird stamp, okay? And it looks like little lines. And what that is it's just a kind of a place to show, give you some extra grounding to your stamp, to your tulip. I'm going to add that in there. Just gives it a little bit extra. And the other technique I want to do with this, I'm going to move all these out of the way. Get rid of this. The other technique I want to do with this, I want to use a little blending brush to make a background so that my background isn't just plain. And what I did was I want to keep the white part of my tulip white. So what I did is I took a sticky note and I stamped it up by the sticky part and I made a mask, and I'm going to make sure that I'm getting my mask in the right place here. Okay, and then here's the other mask. And I'm going to do some blending around these tulips, and hopefully I don't pull them off because I want to keep that color kind of white in the center, but I want to add some character to the background of this. So I'm going to use Pool Party. That's my favorite, and a blending brush. I should keep this in here so I have green. Okay, if I go from the bottom up, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to knock off my Post-it note, hopefully. I've got a little bit of ink on my fingers, and I think I've smeared it a little bit, but you'll get the idea, and you'll do better than me. All right, so all I'm doing is blending in an oval shape. The other option you could do, I brought it here, let me find it. You could make a little mask like this, okay? And you could come in and bring your color just in a circle. Let's see if this makes it a little more highlighted. Okay, so you could do that and have your images be a little more highlighted. I'm going to blend that out a little bit. Okay, and then take off the mask, and it keeps it nice and bright. If you don't like the little edge, you could come back with your blends and just clean up the little edge by adding a little bit of Pool Party just like so. Okay, and then let's finish the greeting. There's some great greetings in this stamp set. There's birthday, love you, new beginning. So it could be baby, it could be anniversary, it could be wedding, thinking of you, and thank you, and happy Mother's Day. I mean, that's everything, right? So I took some circles and punch those out or die cut those out, and I'm going to use the black Memento ink, and I am going to stamp just thinking of you on my circle, thinking of you today, and get a little bit of glue. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of make a little oh, what would you call it? I'm going to make my own little menagerie of tags. Whoops. Just by adding these little circles to it. And then just to make sure that that's going to, I want to pop this up. I'm going to use some dimensionals right here on the edges, and that'll keep those popped up just like that. So it's going to go right here. But first I want to go ahead and add a little bit of ribbon. We're going to finish this card off. We're going to add a little bit of ribbon. I'm going to tie a little bow. Bring in my scissors. I'm going to tie a knot or a bow. Let's see. I like to go this way with the bow, with it on my left. I think it's going to be a knot. Hopefully, if I do it loose enough, then what I can do, I can kind of put this where I want it and then slide it. Actually, it's in a pretty good place. I'm going to put my greeting right here on the edge, tie my knot, and then give it a trim. And now it's time to mount it and embellish it. I'm going to bring in some black. And just layer it in black. And then bring in my polished pink, which mimics my greeting. And finish the card off like so. And then I really like this neutral palette of classic matte dots. So I'm going to bring in my take your pick tool, and I'm going to add some of these small dots. Whoops, that one just kind of fell off my, trying not to get it to my card, just like that. So there we go. We've got a Tuesday card made with two-step stamping and tulips on this beautiful Tuesday. So I'm going to pop up my host code right there. And remember that anyone who uses the host code during the month of February, I will be emailing you a tutorial. Oh gosh, we're just going to go crazy with the twos at the end of the month. And that will be 6 cards, full color tutorial in your inbox that you can use to be inspired, or you can use them exactly how they are. So I hope you enjoyed this Teach Me Tuesday on Tuesday.